Chapter 10. One day later, Helen and I arrived at the outskirts of the stone blood manufacturing and smelting facility. Even from a distance, the massive domed structure was an impressive sight, glinting like a giant geode under the light of the twin moons. "Whoa," I muttered, taking in the sheer scale of the place. The dome had to be at least 10 miles in diameter, and who knew how many levels deep it descended into the planet's crust. Plumes of acrid smoke billowed from exhaust pipes protruding from the rocky landscape, casting an ominous haze over the entire area. This was heavy industry on a massive scale. The Stone Bloods built their facilities in inhospitable places so their pollution would not impact the human population of planets. They also used massive flying airships called barges that used the gravity-nullifying effects of shields to haul in ore and to deliver materials and goods to the people of the planet they were on. These barges were extremely expensive, but they eliminated the need for roads or rail lines, although most had those too, including this one. The main facility of any Stone Blood operation was a huge dome ringed by landing pads of various sizes, looking a bit like a giant industrial snowflake. After leaving a couple of fallback beacons hidden in the mountains, I rift jumped us to one of the pads. As I rift jumped onto the surface of the pad from my mecha, a squadron of small security drones zoomed up to us, scanners flickering as they analyzed our biometrics and scanned my starblade and us. I tensed, ready to fight our way through if needed, but Helen raised a diplomatic hand. "Stand down, gentlemen. We come in peace, seeking an audience with Ms. Jade Stone Blood. Please inform her that Princess Helen of the Royal House Blackstar humbly requests her presence." The drones hovered for a moment longer, then one of the doors slid open and two guards in sleek high-tech suits that looked eerily familiar stepped out of the entrance, plasma rifles dangling from quick-draw slings on their chests. My hand tightened on my rift cutter as I stepped protectively in front of Helen. My mind flashed back to my first mission. The armor and weapons worn by these guards was almost the same as those worn by the bad dudes I fought all those months ago. The only thing that stops me from attacking instantly is that these guys aren't wearing helmets and the colors of the suits are different. Instead of black and red, these are the speckled white, gray and black granite colors of the Stone Bloods. Helen steps around me and addresses the guards directly. "Gentlemen, please, we mean you no harm." The guards stare at us, and the guard drones buzz around on their quad rotors in a random but menacing pattern, before coming to a halt 30 feet away surrounding us. "Our scanners indicate you are fugitives, wanted by the Royal Guard for treason against the Empire and murder of a local lord. State your business here," one of the guards drawls in an fake unconcerned voice. I glance at Helen and see her lip curl slightly in annoyance before her expression smooths over. She inclines her head politely. "I can assure you the charges against us are false. We only wish to speak with Ms. Jade Stone Blood regarding a private matter of great importance." The guard on the left shakes his head. "Be that as it may, Ms. Stone Blood wants no part in your conflict with the government or the Star Knights. We Stone Bloods don't take sides. Now vacate these premises immediately." The guard continues to drawl in his unconcerned tone of voice. "I'm Ice Wolf of the Ice Fellowship, awakened Knight of the Stars," I say, stepping forward, my blood and power veins flaring with power and contained rage. "I request a meeting with Jade Stone Blood, and despite anything you might have heard, I am a Star Knight and I wish to speak with Ms. Stone Blood. This is urgent. The fate of the planet hangs in the balance. So call up your boss and ask her to grant us a moment of her time, please." I say, trying to keep my tone civil, but my words still come out with a fair bit of growl. The guards eye me warily, their hands tightening on the grips of their plasma rifles, although they still don't point them at me yet. The drones leave their stationary hover and start flying in a random pattern around us, sensing the increased hostility. This tense standoff is broken by the door to the facility behind them sliding open with a hiss. "Stand down," commands a firm voice. Jade Stone Blood steps through the door of the facility, her gaze flicking between me and Princess Helen. Though dressed in a simple granite-colored suit jacket over a high-tech suit and wearing glowing blue high-tech goggles, her posture radiates authority, as she walks unhurriedly up between the guards and stops in front of us. "Your Highness," she greets with a respectful nod. "What brings you to my family's mining facility?" Helen steps forward, her expression earnest. "First, allow me to apologize for the unannounced visit, Ms. Stone Blood. I know tensions are high, but please believe we come in friendship, not conflict." Jade studies us, her mind inscrutable behind her glowing goggles. "Friendship is scarce in these times, Your Highness. But you and your companion are welcome here nonetheless." She gestures towards the facility entrance. "Come, let us speak inside." As we follow Jade into the dome, She leads us through a guard checkpoint and through a few corridors, then through a large circular room, with lots of comfy chairs and small nooks, and I take in the efficient hustle and bustle within. Teams of technicians monitor banks of display screens, while others tab away at terminals or appear to be controlling drones. The air hums with focused activity, but most stop to stare at us. It seems odd that so many people are all working together in one large room that feels more like a break room than a command center, with serving drones delivering drinks and snacks. One wall is dominated by a large real diamond glass window that looks out onto the rest of the inside dome where the smelting and manufacturing facilities are. We leave the odd setup and Jade leads us to a pristine conference room and offers us seats. A serving bot appears, depositing refreshments before whisking away. "Princess," she begins, "I must admit, when my security team informed me of your arrival, I was quite surprised. The entire planet knows that you and your companion are wanted fugitives. Clearly there is more to the story." Helen nods gravely. "Indeed there is, Ms. Stoneblood. The charges against us are false, spread by none other than Lord Bookworm himself. Bookworm went mad at the loss of his ship, killed my father, and seized power for himself. I don't know why, but there is a kill-on-sight order out for me and Ice Wolf. He even activated Ice Wolf's inhibitor chip when Ice Wolf saved me." Jade arches an eyebrow but remains silent, waiting for Helen to continue. "After my father's death, Bookworm moved quickly to consolidate power," Helen explains. "He has accused us of plotting to rebel against the Empire and the Star Knights to cement his control and turn the people against me." Helen says, "What happened with Count Jaren Mufasa?" Jade asks. Helen's face darkens at the mention of Count Mufasa. "That snake Jaren tried to coerce me into marrying him to unite our houses. When I refused, he grew violent. If not for Sir Ice Wolf's intervention, who knows what Jaren might have done?" Helen says darkly. Jade listens intently, eyes hidden behind her inscrutable goggles. She taps her fingers on the table. "A grave situation indeed," Jade finally says. "Yet coming here was a great risk. Why seek my aid?" Helen speaks up. "We need allies, especially those with resources to uncover the truth. Who launched the attack on the Star Knight ship? I need to know this to clear me and my father's name. Bookworm has turned the government and royal guards against us and the Imperial eyes are dead. We'll need help to reveal his lies and find the real culprit. We also need to replace the beacon so we can bring in the other Star Knights to bring Bookworm to heel. My father had the shield of the Star Knights, being the son of one, so if we can disprove the claim that my father was a rebel, then the other Star Knights will side with us." Jade considers this a tall order. "My priority is this facility and its workers and my corporation, not planetary power struggles." She glances between us. "However, my company owes your father much. He negotiated fair trade policies that allowed our business to prosper on this planet. He was even in talks with us to start an asteroid mining operation in this solar system, and there were even talks to build the facilities to convert asteroids into FTL ships." Jade says, tapping her chin. Jade then leans forward, expression hardening. "So hear me now. I will help you as much as I am able. But if your presence threatens my people, I will not hesitate to act." Her goggles seem to bore into Helen. "So you need to make your moves in secret, and be very discreet. My people are all loyal to the company, so as long as they see potential they will help and keep you a secret," Jade says in a cold tone. Jade's words hang heavy between us. I glance at Helen and see my own doubts mirrored in her eyes. While I was hoping for a happier, better reaction from the girl I rescued, it was better than nothing. And her thinly veiled demands, to the mining rights to the solar system's asteroids, was a lot more palatable than Jaren's marriage proposal. "You honor us with your aid," Helen says after a moment. "Rest assured, we have no wish to endanger your people. In fact, we hoped you might shelter us for a short while as we plan our next move." Jade considers this request, then nods. "Very well, I will have quarters prepared for you both. But heed my words, my people's safety is paramount." "Of course," I reply. "We are grateful for whatever help you can provide." Jade taps on her wrist, then appears to type in the air. "All right, Marcus will show you to your guest suite, Princess. I need to help Ice Wolf here with hiding his star blade and to speak with him about a few things." Jade says in a friendly business-like tone, all evidence of her cold tone disappearing. The door swishes open to reveal a smart-looking, well-dressed young man wearing a guard's uniform. "Please take Helen here to the guest suite, Marcus, and let everyone know that we are providing our guests with level 3 sanctuary protocols," Jade says to the guard in a friendly, casual tone. Helen looks nervously at me. Standing, I say, "Don't worry, You have the emergency communicator I gave you, right? Just hit the button and I will be right there. Helen looks down at the watch-like band on her arm that contains one of my resonance crystals so I can jump to her if she calls for help. It also has a built-in biomonitor in case someone drugs her or something. She nods and Marcus says, "This way, princess," and leads her out of the room. "You wished to speak with me," I say, turning towards Jade only for her to launch herself at me.